do with that tune is when you get to letter C, let him do a big organ thing.
Yeah.
And then we all go back to the on cue and finish it. Play it to C, don't play it.
Or the day you left early, you played it again. Yeah, that's all completely memorized. Yeah.
It took me like, come on, come fly with me.
Like most of the songs I have memorized.
He does a great Stevie Wonder though.
What are we doing? Rock this down again?
Rocket Man.
We're doing Rock This Town again?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
They're usual. Need some ties to go. 65.
What?
How can it be
That Rock This Town? He does his own. He does his own. We just did this a while ago.
Four solos. Solos at 65.
Four now? Because we can't mess up unless we change the piano.
Too many Chiefs.
We need a new sheet.
We started 17. We don't play so fast. One, two, three.
You go pee, but I gotta go as soon as you come back. All right, God bless America, and what a wonderful world. What are we doing?
Pump it. Pump.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Rebecca Royer, Professor of English as a Second Language and Faculty Senate President. Before we begin today's ceremony, I would like to make a few housekeeping announcements. In the event of an emergency, please take note of the exits. Per fire marshal regulations, all aisles and stairways must be kept clear at all times. In addition, please make sure all cell phones are silenced at this time. Please stand with me for the presentation of the colors by the Cypress Woods High School Air Force Junior Officer Training Corps. This will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and then the singing of our national anthem performed by the Lone Star College Cyfair Choir under the direction of Dr. Alex Kwan. Now, please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance and remain. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, Cypress Woods High School, Air Force, JROTC. Thank you also to our Lone Star College Choir. Good morning. I am Silpa Keshvala, President of Lone Star College Cyfair, and on behalf of our Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, and staff, I am honored to welcome you to Lone Star College's 15th annual commencement ceremony. Commencement is the highlight of our year. It is our proudest moment to see you, our graduates, achieve your academic goals. Students, this day is all about you. Today we gather together as colleagues, as family, and as friends to recognize and celebrate you and your accomplishments. On behalf of everyone here at Lone Star College, we feel grateful and privileged to have been a part of your journey. Our Lone Star College system has enjoyed a legacy of strong leadership that has continued under the direction of our Chancellor, Dr. Stephen Head, and our Lone Star College Board of Trustees. We are fortunate to have a board comprised of individuals who are committed to our students, to our colleges, and to our communities. And it is my honor to introduce our Board of Trustees Chairman, Dr. Alton Smith, who is here with us today. Chairman Smith, would you please stand and be recognized? I would also like to introduce Mr. Mario Castillo, who serves as the Lone Star College System Chief Operating Officer and General Counsel. Mr. Castillo, would you please stand and be recognized? It is now my pleasure to introduce members of our college leadership team. As I call your name, please stand. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Our college vice presidents, Dr. Benny Lambert, Mr. Ted Louie, Dr. Dina Shepard, Special Assistant to the President, Dr. Mark Curtis Chavez. Our college deans, Dr. Christina Haggerty, Mr. Jason LaPrey, Dr. Claire Phillips, Ms. Ashley Resendez, Dr. Samuel Thomas, Dr. Michelle Zook, Faculty Senate President, Ms. Rebecca Royer, College Director for the GED program, Renee Lister, and finally, today's Marshal, Dr. Amlan Datta. Let's give them a round of applause. I would now like to recognize the remaining administrators, faculty, and staff of Lone Star College Cyfair. Would each of you please stand and be recognized? I want to personally thank our leadership team, our administration, faculty, and staff for all that they do each and every day to support our students. It is through their dedicated efforts that we are able to collectively achieve the college's mission of advancing student success. This year, we are fortunate to have NFL great Mr. Spencer Tillman as our keynote speaker. Spencer started and ended his pro football career with the Houston Oilers. In between, he played for the San Francisco 49ers and was co-captain with Ronnie Lott and Joe Montana, where together they led their team to win the Super Bowl 24 championship. Spencer joined CBS Sports as the lead studio analyst in 1999, and he held that position longer than any other broadcaster in the network's history. Currently, Spencer serves as the senior analyst for the Fox Sports Network, and he is the president of Axiom Sports Productions Incorporated. Spencer earned his bachelor's degree in journalism with a double major in communications from the University of Oklahoma. One of the things Spencer is most passionate about is developing leaders and serving the community. In fact, he generously gave of his time and talent earlier this year to provide a masterclass for our students here at Lone Star College Cyfair entitled The Lombardi Way, a blueprint for leading from where you are. Please join me in providing a warm welcome to NFL great, keynote speaker, and friend of the college, Mr. Spencer Tillman.
Thank you, Dr. Kashvala. It feels like an episode, I know I'm dating myself, it feels like an episode of Friends. When people clap when they know your name, it makes you feel warm inside. I think it was Milton the poet that said the mind is its own place and in itself can create a heaven out of hell, out of hell out of heaven. Because in my home, I don't get that kind of rousing applause, I can tell you that. I've got 4 girls and a wife of 32 years now. And so they give me, I'm low on the totem pole, let me just put it that way. So it's great to be in the environment where people know your name and they love you. My youngest, Bailey, who is an ardent volleyball player, reminded me this morning to be brief, and I'm going to do that. It began with her early on, believe me. She learned well from her mother. I remember once being in New York City some time ago, and there was a family that recognized me from the WABC days, and they asked me for an autograph, and I obliged and gave it to them. And after they left, my daughter was still doodling around, watching what was taking place, and she looked at me and didn't miss a beat, and she says, "Why did they want your autograph? You ain't nobody." I said, well, you know that and I know that, but maybe they don't know that, so let's just fool them as long as we possibly can. Special thanks to President Kashvala and the Lone Star College Board, system-wide trustees, Alton Smith. Again, thank you for your leadership. The distinguished members of the faculty that have already been addressed, the diverse alumni and special guests that are here, and the family members in particular, and the friends who have come here today to celebrate Lone Star College's class of 2018. We cannot go any further without paying special recognition to the parents and grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the friends, and a few frenemies along the way, I'm sure, that have played a role in you reaching this positive inflection point in your lives. Would you please stand and be recognized, especially the parents if you're here today. Please. It's tough. Thank you, parents. Thank you for your investment. Nothing significant happens without your leadership to be true. It is an honor to be here at the Berry Center with you to celebrate this significant occasion, and it is the proper time indeed to celebrate where you have been, what you have accomplished, but more importantly, it's also the right moment to set the stage for where you are going. I'd like to spend a few moments sharing some perspective on what I've discovered works when it comes to pursuing success in life. And I want to do this hopefully in about 14 minutes, and I'll be out of here. And with the assistance of Chris, I'm going to give you a heads up in advance. I need 2 people from each side. I don't care, male, female, doesn't matter to me, but I want you to give me 2 teams of 2 individuals. We're going to find out how ready you are for the next level. This is the inflection point. This is graduation day. And this is the first call to responsibility starting here today. So in about maybe 45 seconds, I'm going to ask for 2 individuals from each side of the aisle to come up. You don't have to know who they are. We're going to engage in an open opportunity. I'm about engagement. I may even throw my script away. The bottom line is we're here to talk about the lessons learned in a way that's organic, in a way that you get a chance to become active participants and not detached spectators in the process of this. Because you're living in a very interesting time. And I'll unpack the particulars in a moment, but these are the type of scenarios you will increasingly find yourself in if you're going to be called successful as we move forward. The world is a very much more competitive place than when I was growing up. There was approximately 290 million people in America at the time. There's about 320 or now. Those are not our real competition. Information technology now allows people from Bangalore, India, and China to effectively collaborate and compete from the far reaches of the world, from a lean-to, thousands of miles away. And whether we recognize it or not, that has a profound impact on us right here today. So Chris, if you'll oblige me and bring a couple of items out, don't necessarily wait any length of time. You can just make your way up. I need 2 people from this side and 2 volunteers from this side. Let's give them a round of applause as they come. And if you want to bring more, that's fine, because it's all about teamwork. Just because there are 2 coming, if you want to be a part of the team, you come on up and be a part of the team. As they make their way up, those that have decided to be a part of the team, and we're going to have one group stand here, and we're going to have the other group stand at the other end over there. Make your way up. We're going to give you maybe 5 more seconds to think about it. If you're not up now, go ahead and stay down. If you want to get up, look at the peer pressure working. That's a good thing. I love it. Positive peer pressure. All right, that's good. Let's put a cap on it right there. That's good. You all, I know you wanted to come. I know you wanted to get up. You were just scared. Let's give them a round of applause if they come up. So feel free to kind of break it up in half. Let's move half the people, Chris, down to that side, and let's move the other half down to this side. And I want you all to have perspective. You're going to be teams now. Now, as Chris gets you lined up and divided, I want you to listen, because this is multitasking. Chris is going to divide you up in 2 teams. What I'm going to do is give both of these teams an assignment. Chris is going to give you a placard that's about 1.5 feet square. And he's going to give one team a placard, and he's going to give this team a placard. And he's going to give you a bag. And inside of that bag, there is several items. There is a tack or a box of tacks. And those of you that are listening while you're moving, that's a good idea. There is a box of tacks, there is a candle, and a box of matches. And if you can peel off and make a clear division between the 2 groups, you can even make a semicircle if you want to, because I'm sure you want to keep your secrets to yourself. This is teamwork. This is competition. This is life 101. Now, Chris has given you the placard, and hopefully you have your bag. Everybody have your bag? Very good. Here's the assignment. Take the elements that are in your bag, affix the candle to your wall in such a way that if you were to light the candle, it would light but not drip on the ground. Listen to what I just said. Take the elements, the content in your bag, and affix the candle to the wall in such a way that if you were to light the candle, it would light, but not drip wax on the floor. Now, while they sort that out and think about it, we're going to give them about 2 minutes to do that. While they're thinking about that, let me unpack the reason. You guys can come back later and admonish them why we're doing what we're doing. These object lessons are critical because it is the essence of why and how we will succeed as we move forward in life. Carl Dunkel, the psychologist back in the 1920s, came up with this concept. He coined the phrase of functional fixedness. Functional fixedness refers to the ability or inability of us as individuals, as human beings, to see things in a fixed manner. That is to say, when things are a certain way, it is very difficult to change them naturally. Perhaps at the turn of last century, we could get away with that and still be productive. But today, it is all about adaptability. It is all about change. It is all about recognizing opportunity when others do not see opportunity. The students that are before you have the exact same challenge. Hopefully, one of them will see the solution that Carl Dunker represented and then provide the solution. What you're witnessing right now is collaboration. The kind of collaboration that will be required if they're going to be successful in life. You're watching them connect and communicate with people, many of whom they may not know, even though they share the campus. Ultimately, these are the skill sets that separate the contenders from the pretenders moving forward. Carl Dunker had something special in mind when he talked about this notion of functional fixedness. Because if we are able to unlock the capacity to find solutions, the world is indeed your oyster. Achieving success in 2018 and beyond will require higher levels of this ability. So I think I've given you about 3.5 minutes to do that. If you feel like you've got an answer, have one member of your group raise your hand. We've got one, so both groups have raised their hand. All right, so peel out, create a semicircle so we can see. Now don't expose your answer to everyone else. But let's see, create a semicircle. Chris, if you can help me with this side, the far side, I'll help this group over here. You guys do a semicircle so the audience can see you. Great. All right. already in. You can't do anything with it now. All right? All right. I'm going to give you one more instruction. Open up the middle of your circle so the audience can see you. Okay? I'm going to help you. There's a consequence to inaction. That's okay. That's what this is all about. All right. Group one, present your solution. Hold it up so everybody can see it. Can we see it? What is your solution? Now, the fire marshal's going to get us if you're trying to light the matches down there. I said, do it in such a way that if you lit it, it would burn and not melt, right? That's all right. Okay, so let me see your solution. Let me see your solution. Can I see it? Can you hold it up so I can see it? You can't hold it? All right. You're holding it up against the wall. I'm sorry, that's not going to work. Let's see down here. Let me see your solution down here. All right. You don't have a solution either. This is what I want you to do. Let me see. You got a solution? Let me see it. Let me see your solution. No, let me see your solution. The world's not going to be nearly as tolerant as I am. Let me see your solution. Can I see your solution? Okay. Is it there?
It was.
Okay. All right, you don't have a solution. Here's the deal. Here's what I want you to do, guys. That's okay. What I want you to do is to follow my advice, and here's the solution. I want you to take the box that the matches came in and empty them. Empty the box of matches. Okay? Now affix the empty box of matches to the wall and take your tack and affix the drawer to the wall so as to create a counterlever, like a diving board. You understand? Right? Now, before you do that, punch a hole in the outermost portion of the drawer so that you can stick the candle inside the drawer. Are you tracking with me now? Somebody hold it up. You got it? This is life 101. This is good stuff. Let's see. Turn it this way. Candle. And you can do it to the wall this way. Now take your tack and make a hole in it. Stick the mat. Stick the candle in there. All right? And once you do that, hold it up so everybody can see it. Now, see, we've got college graduates here. They're all smart. There's no question about that. Ernesto, were you sitting in the front row? Is that you right there? Ernesto was in the bathroom. We talked earlier coming in. There you are, back in the back. First generation graduate. Let's give him a round of applause. I hadn't necessarily thought about doing this until I met that young man coming out of the restroom. And here's why I did it. I was not expecting to get this response, but this is the reason why we do what we do. Society and the world at large will demand this type of creative capacity out of you as you move forward. This is what functional fixedness looks like. We need to develop the capacity to see solutions where there is not apparently a solution. The answer to this is to take the drawer, punch a hole in it, affix it to the wall, stick the candle on it, and if you were to light it, it would light in such a way that it would not drip on the ground. That is the solution to the candle problem. So apply this concept to any challenge that you may face in life moving forward. You will be required, it will be necessity to have the capacity to see solutions where others cannot. Are you with me? Let's give them a round of applause for helping us. Take your seats. I got 7 minutes and I'm going to get out of your hair.
Thank you very much.
Great job. Excellent. Chris, thank you so much. Let's give Chris a round of applause. Did they get it, Chris? They got it? Okay. That first group over there got it. You can keep it as a souvenir. Just keep it. They got it the first time? You fell down? All right. I'll look at the video. Instant replay. All right, in the 9 minutes I have remaining, here's what I want to do. I want to offer some more keys to cracking the code. And yes, I know that you're likely anxious about what lies ahead, but I also want to remind you that your capacity to succeed far outpaces the constraints that stand in your way. I know that was an anxious moment. I know it was unconventional, but that's what life is all about. Life is nothing but a series of problems to which we must find solutions and respond to. Raymond Plank, the founder of Apache Exploration, an oil and gas concern that began here in Houston, offered a quote that I believe is still in the atrium of the old Payne Weber building on Post Oak near the Galleria area. I first saw this in 1987. Most of you weren't even born at that time, but it read, "The capacity of the individual is infinite. Limitations are largely of habit, convention, acceptance of things as they are, fear, and lack of self-confidence." Therein lies what I believe is the value of what we're offering and what these young people just experienced a moment ago. So how do we unleash the limitless capacity to achieve? Let me give you the answers right up front. It begins with rejecting the default condition and having the courage to explore whether a better option exists in the first place. According to Adam Grant, in his brilliant work Originals, this occurs because of curiosity. When we are brave enough to consider why the default exists in the first place, something magical can happen. It has been my experience that when I question something, it is typically a result of a core value that has been somehow disrupted. Core values are like roots to trees. Without them, we fall down. The difficult truth is most people don't even know what their core values are. It often takes the crucible of life to expose what's most important to them. When our core values are compromised, however, we can expect or accept the default position or take action to do more of the difficult work of changing the condition or seizing the opportunity at hand. You have many examples of this every day right here at Lone Star College. President Kashvala referred to one in her opening comments. I recall vividly listening to Dr. Kashvala, Mark Curtis Chavez, Ted, Laura, discussing their decision to host an international and locally televised Lombardi Awards on this very campus, right down the way. Something they had never done before. It was a late-breaking opportunity, a challenge that they didn't have to accept. I recall Mark Curtis Chavez reiterating what Dr. Keshval and I had discussed on several previous occasions. He said, and I'm quoting him, "As a community college, we are an open access institution, which means that anyone who wants to take a shot at college can come to us and we will do everything we can to help them." So it is built into our DNA, that's a core value, to help students. So this opportunity, referring to the Lombardi Honors, gave us a chance to offer our students an opportunity they wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise. Leadership took a chance because that opportunity supported a core value of this institution. And core values, if you don't get anything else that I say in the remainder of my time, are what we do, not what we say. At that same event, legendary broadcaster Vern Lundquist shared an anecdote about his personal encounter with the iconic coach Vince Lombardi. Prior to the legendary third consecutive NFL championship, also known as the Super Bowl now, that particular one was the Ice Bowl. He talked about what seems that coaches have in common. He said they are teachers. He went on to explain that there are certain qualities that they must have, like Lombardi exemplified: perseverance, which you would expect, hard work, dedication, and the idea that together there is a will to win that is able to develop the possibility of championships. And he continued, "There is one more thing that many people don't think about, and that is, as a coach, a willingness to take a chance. So many coaches play it close to the vest," Lundquist said, "but think about Lombardi in that Ice Bowl game. I know Tom Landry thought about it until the day he died. Dallas was leading 17-14. Green Bay hadn't moved the ball all day. Suddenly on this icy field on third down with 1 yard to go, with no timeouts and 13 seconds on the clock, you might think the prudent thing would be to go for the field goal, tie the game, and take your chances in overtime. Lombardi had the guts, however, to take a chance. And because he did, Jerry Kramer earned everlasting fame with a block on a guy named Jethro Pugh. Some of us that are old enough know that name. That allowed Bart Starr to sneak in for a touchdown from 1 yard out. But it took a certain sense of wanting to win and a willingness to take that chance to do it. That's why we salute him tonight. That's what he said of Vince Lombardi. The willingness to take that chance. And it was not recklessness. Lombardi was known for his very difficult training camps. The preparation took place well in advance of the event. That was merely the opportunity to respond to the crisis at hand. And to this graduating class of 2018 is that same passion and the will to win that will allow you to succeed. Even if you've never touched a football in your life, if you've never taken part in an athletic endeavor, that kind of courage required to make those critical decisions that Lombardi made in that historic moment is available to you today. This nation was founded in part because of English tyranny, a restriction of civil liberties of English settlers, which included religious freedoms, taxation without representation. This status quo did not seem fair. It violated their core value. In Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks refused to obey bus driver James F. Blake's order to give up her seat in the colored section of a white passenger after the whites-only section was filled. To do so based solely on the amount of melanin in her skin seemed unacceptable. In both cases, does anyone question the collective and individual decisions in light of history? At the time, most would not have made that decision. In each of these examples, core values were under attack, and what followed was strategic responses that led to historic positive change. But victory did not come without a lot of battles in between. But again, what I want to remind you is that when we are armed with truth from the beginning, it's only a matter of time before you prevail, if you do not faint. Dr. Martin Luther King, as I close, reminded us that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Some misapply this quote, suggesting that there is some sort of historical determinism in play. That is to say, we don't have to do anything in the process and that the problems will solve themselves. That simply is not true. Everything moves towards decay or entropy. The gradual decline of disorder in our personal affairs is a principle. We must choose our responses intentionally and decide in advance that it is a battle worth fighting, if a better way is our aim. Just the other day, I tweeted this in closing: the gap between insight and action should be the goal of every person. The ability to see an opportunity and do what is necessary to condition our behaviors to move from cognitive understanding of a concept to behavioral transformation is the assignment of every single graduate in this room today. We cannot afford to wait. We cannot afford to be stagnant, because I guarantee you the people who are in Bangalore, India, and China, and around the world are hungrier for opportunity than they ever have been. We cannot be like Rip Van Winkle. Some of you who are aware of Washington Irving's classic work, our nation's first fiction writer, he chronicled the story of the passive individual who, if you'll remember the narrative, made his way up to the Catskills Mountains up near New York. And in the illustrated version, Rip Van Winkle peers at the side of an inn. And on the side of that inn, there was an image. And the image was one of King George III, then the King of England. Rip Van Winkle peered at it and then began his trek up the mountains, where he would sleep for 20 long years. And at the end of those 20 long years, he made his way back down from that same mountain and came to that very same point in front of that inn, which was now weathered and somewhat dilapidated. He looked at that inn, and there was an image on the side of it, but it was no longer King George III. Do you know who was there? It was George Washington, the first president of these United States of America. This should be clear to us that more significant, and we all remember that Rip Van Winkle slept for 20 years. But Rip Van Winkle completely slept through American Revolution. All the significant events that gave rise to this great nation to which we pay homage today, he was bereft of any appreciation of it. His lesson, his epithet cannot be ours. If we are to be active participants, We must be engaged in the process of learning. As I leave here today, and I don't mean to be macabre, I'm about to get on a plane and put my dad to rest. He passed away last Friday. In 55 years of work life, he missed one day of work, and that was to bury his brother. Legacy matters. As I stand here before you today, in the years that I have been employed as a broadcaster, and even in my post-NFL career, I have missed but one day in all of those years, and it was to bury my brother. Here's what I'm leaving you with. It may be macabre, but I want to look at it a little bit different way. To me, time is the ultimate agent of purpose. Kierkegaard said it this way: all of us must make noise on New Year's Eve to drown out the macabre sound of grass growing over our graves. It was better when we had hourglasses. The clocks deceive us, but we had to invent them because we needed the deception. For the rotating hands give us the illusion that time goes on forever. And meanwhile, we curse the hourglass because indeed, it is a constant reminder that time is truly running out. Time stands still for no one. Someday, if you choose to go this way, they will put you in a casket, lower you in the ground, put dirt over the top of it, and everybody will go back to somebody's house and have potato salad. And they'll talk about things. But the question I have is, what will your legacy be? What will your epithet be? I look forward to seeing you in the ages to come. May God bless you.
Thank you, Spencer, for sharing those inspiring words and sentiments with our students. As you know, he had to leave. He didn't have to be here, but he wanted to be here to speak to you. So thank you, Spencer. This year, we have selected Mr. Michael Aguilar to be our student speaker. Michael is an honors college and Phi Theta Kappa student who is graduating today summa cum laude with an Associate of Arts degree in General Studies. In addition, he is receiving highest honors in research and honors college leadership track distinctions. Michael is one of 47 students nationwide to receive the prestigious Jack Kent Cooke Undergraduate Transfer Scholarship, which is the largest private scholarship for community college transfer students in the country. Michael will be attending Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. He will be majoring in applied mathematics and statistics. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Michael Aguilar.
Thank you, Dr. Keshvala, for that thoughtful introduction and for the invitation to speak here today. Good morning, graduates, administrators, faculty, staff, and community supporters. I want to take the time to acknowledge the thousands of people who are here to cheer on today's graduates. There's no way any of us could do this alone. Our success is your success, and we are here to celebrate with you today. I am proud to be one of the first to congratulate the Lone Star College Cyfair graduates of 2018. Each of us came to this college from different backgrounds, yet we have something very important in common. We are all now college graduates. We chose to make community college a starting point for our growth as individuals and for our careers. Today is the day we acknowledge those accomplishments, and I am honored to stand here with you. My time as a community college student has been a transformative experience. On paper, my story was not supposed to end in success. My parents never finished high school because they became teenage parents of 3 children. They separated at a young age, and my father struggled as a single parent. In middle school and high school, I was suspended for bad behavior consistently, and I didn't really care about my grades. When I found myself attending an alternative learning center, I was angry at a society that seemed to push me there. The facts of my story strongly suggested that it would end with unfulfilled dreams and missed opportunities. Yet my story took a hopeful and unexpected turn the day I set foot on the Lone Star College Cyfair campus. I found professors who cared about me as an individual and who took the time to mentor me. I found a community that embraced diversity and saw my background as a strength rather than as a weakness. Most of all, I found a college that places student success at the core of everything it does. Through the discoveries I made on campus, I explored a new world of opportunity. Early in my college career, I had only just begun to see myself as a successful student. And I still harbored doubts about whether I could achieve my goals. But our campus provided me with a supportive community of like-minded students. It also gave me access to mentorship through caring professors who pushed me to begin dreaming bigger than I ever dared before. Most importantly, our campus gave me the platform to put my intellectual curiosity into practice. After serving in various leadership roles throughout my time at Lone Star College, I took away an understanding of how I could use my education to make a positive impact in my community. I may have started community college as a discipline problem, but I stand before you today as a Jack King Cook undergraduate transfer scholar who will start this fall at Emory University. Graduates, it is important for us to reflect on our time here at Lone Star College. From this day forward, we will refer to this journey as a chapter of our past. And when we define our past, we create a template for ourselves in the future, a guideline that reminds us of our mistakes and challenges, but also of our greatest moments of perseverance. In 5, 10, or 20 years, how will you describe your community college experience? Some of us may say it was the first step towards a rewarding career. Others may call it a gateway to a university. Your community college journey could also be a reflection of your growth as an individual. You may describe it as the period during which you believed in a brighter future for yourself and for your family. Personally, I know I will call it a second chance. So as we wait these 2 to 3 hours to receive our diploma, take some time to look back and create your template for success. And as we define our past, we must also not forget to live in the present moment. Now is the time to slow down and celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself for the long hours of studying and writing papers, for not giving up when things got dark and challenging. Celebrate yourself if you did that in addition to working long hours to pay for your classes or to support yourself and your family. Celebrate yourself if you are the first in your family to receive a college degree. If you served our country in one of the branches of our military, you deserve to be celebrated. And if you left your home country to contribute to the diversity of America, you should be celebrated. Each of us had our own obstacles to overcome, but we all now have a reason to be proud of ourselves. This is important not only because we have invested our time and resources in accomplishing this goal. It's important because we need to remember why we made those sacrifices in the first place: to obtain our education. The world today seems more complicated than ever before. And as we imagine what the future will look like, each of us has the responsibility to consider our role in shaping it. Last year, I had a conversation with a radio DJ that changed my attitude as I began to look towards the future. His name was Savoris Sutton, but he is also known as DJ Shaq. Although he is probably one of the most articulate people I've ever met, Sevoris was no ordinary radio host. He was an inmate in the largest prison within the United States, the Louisiana State Penitentiary, also known as Angola Prison. I signed up for an alternative spring break trip to study the criminal justice system by visiting prisons in Texas and Louisiana. Our group of students got to visit with Sevoris after learning that Angola had its own radio station. As we walked into the cinder block shed that housed that station, Sevoris met us with a friendly handshake and a positive smile. He explained to us how he saw his voice as a gift to uplift his fellow inmates with messages of spirituality, redemption, and most importantly, hope. By playing music that inmates can connect to, he said, they felt freed from the atmosphere they lived in. I was moved to witness how the human spirit can persevere in the darkest of places through the actions of one individual. Sevoris Sutton wakes up every day committed to a purpose. Graduates, what is your purpose? What would be your mission as you move forward into the future? Some of you will transfer to a four-year university, while others will go straight into the workforce. But wherever your next journey takes you, remember that you owe it to yourself to be the best that you can be. Don't set your sights on changing the world. Here's a better piece of advice. Make at least one thing better every place you go. And let the principles you stand for be your guide. Congratulations, graduates. Your future starts now.
Michael, thank you for sharing your story and for those inspiring words. It truly has been our honor to have had you as a student here at Lone Star College Cyfair. Let's give him another round of applause. The class of 2018 represents our largest graduating class with over 2,792 students, of which 578 are participating in today's ceremony. As noted in the program, associate degree graduates with a high cumulative grade point average are acknowledged on their transcript and diploma in the following ways: 3.9 to 4.0, summa cum laude; 3.7 to 3.899, magna cum laude; and 3.5 to 3.699, cum laude. If you are graduating with one of these distinctions, please stand and be recognized. The Lone Star College System Honors College exemplifies academic and personal excellence across our colleges by preparing students to fulfill the responsibilities of the citizen scholar. Through the four pillars of community, service, scholarship, and leadership, the Honors College promotes a realization of the fundamental relationship in American democracy, the relationship between open access to affordable, high-quality education and critically engaged citizenship. Today, we are recognizing students graduating with an Honors College distinction, 35 in fact. We are conferring honors associate degrees on our cohort of Honors College Chancellor's Fellows. A red Honors College stole, medallion, and red and gold double cords are worn today by 11 recipients. If you are graduating with this distinction, please stand and be recognized. In addition addition, we are conferring highest honors in research distinctions on 5 of our Honors College graduates. A white Honors College stole, medallion, and red and gold double cords are worn today by the recipients of this distinction. Will you all please stand and be recognized? We are also conferring high honors in research on 15 of our Honors College graduates. A medallion and red and silver double cords are worn today by the recipients of this distinction. Will you please stand and be recognized? Finally, we are conferring honors in research on 4 of our Honors College graduates. A medallion is worn today by the recipients of this distinction. Will you please stand and be recognized? Phi Theta Kappa recognizes academic scholarships among 2-year community college students. Students are invited to join Phi Theta Kappa after completing 12 hours of coursework toward an associate degree and are required to maintain a 3.5 cumulative GPA throughout their tenure at the college. Today, 212 of our graduates are members of the college's Phi Theta Kappa Beta Lambda Mu chapter. If you are graduating with this distinction, please stand and be recognized. I would now like to take this opportunity to express our appreciation and gratitude to our veterans who are graduating. Will you, along with any member of our audience who has served or is currently serving, please stand now and be recognized. We sincerely thank each of you for your service to our country. Now is the moment you have all been waiting for. Chairman Smith, will you please join me at the lectern? Will the candidates for the associate degrees and certificates please rise? You can come. Chairman Smith, on behalf of the faculty, I am pleased to present to you and the members of the Board of Trustees candidates who, having been certified by the faculty for satisfactory completion of all the requirements for the respective associate degrees and certificate programs, are eligible to be conferred said degrees and certificates.
As the chairman of the Board of Trustees of Lone Star College System, I now confer upon each of you the associate degree or certificate of competency, the requirements for which you have fulfilled or will fulfill this summer with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Candidates, you may now be seated. The floor marshals will be directing you shortly for lineup. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Mike Lejeune to the lectern, who will be reading the names of our candidates. And Chairman Smith and Mr. Castillo, please join me in front of the diploma table.
Olesika Mojirayo Adepoju. Nico Christopher Aguado. Alexia Natalia Aguilar. Araceli Aguilar. Max Delfino Aguilar. Michael Rafael Aguilar. Susan Aguilar. Margarita Aguilera. Frida Janeth Aguirre Ramirez. Daniel Austin Ahrens. Noor Akram. Joss Renee Albaran. Linda Vanessa Alcorta. Delcia Alfaro. Jessica Clarabelle Alfaro. James D. Allen. Michael Allen. Rowan Ahmed Al-Segir. Alicia Marie Alvarado. Kimberly Paulette Amaya. Kayla Marie Anderson. Sierra Jade Angel. Angie Ardila. Michelle Arias. Elias Ariza. Georgina Arman. Nuri Arazate. Lisa Marie Atkinson. Ulysses Aban Monasterio. Cynthia Avalos Suarez. Joanna Avila. Cindy Jamaleth Ayala. Stephanie Marie Ayala. Ahmed Hadi Bakir. Alexis Marie Banuelsos. Juan Andres Barajas. Taram Nicole Barnes. Salvador Barrera. Gabriela Yolanda Barrios. Kayla Battles. Borlang Singh Babu. Brittany Marcella Bain. Annie Taylor Beam. Vicky Bernard. Keith Leonard Bennis. Jamie Elisha Barbie Benjamin. Juan Bermudez. Tatiana Bernal. Almina Bati. Karina Shate Blissett. Jessica Lynn Boak. Heidi Bonilla. Anastasia Nicole Boyd. Ashley Gail Brand. Sean Bresso. Brooke Elizabeth Boyd. Dominique Broussard Sampson. Mary Lou Brown. San Wang Boy. Jessica Elizabeth Burrows. Philip Bush. Nicole Callig. Eduardo Calderon. Manuel Felipe Camacho. Wilma Aris Camarillo. Amanda Marie Camarillo. Joan Elspeth Fajillo Campo. Amy Raven Campos. Tanya Counselor Meredith. Alexandra Cantu. Emily Crystal Cantu. Fabiola Capito. Ashley Cardona. Jacob Andrew Carter. Paola Castellano. Brenda Cristali Castillo. Anjanette Castro. Jacqueline Victoria Castro. Diana Paola Castro Barrero. Elijah Cervantes. Marco Chacon. Shelby Scheller. Michelle Lee Chapman. Cheryl Ann Cherwati. Patrick Dodd Cronister. Caitlin Joy Cryer. Hannah Megan Chumley. Cara Eloisia Sorsneros. Alexis Nicole Clark. Rubiana Shakira Shaughnessy Clay. Daisha Clayton. Justin Marit Cobb. Leah Danielle Colburn. Brittany N. Collier. Jonathan Conahoe. John Contreras. Felicia Cooper. Iris Corrado. Alejandra Cordova. Delane Zacchaeus Corley. Taylor Quinn Cormier. Araceli Deyanira Corral. Jennifer Mayling Cortez. Rachel Elizabeth Kucha. Audrey A. Curry. Sarah Catherine Estelle Curry. Philip Dang. Jessica Lee Donhoff. Willie Derritt. Erica Giselle Della Cerda. Lizette Della Cueva. Connie DeLeon. Robert Adam Didier. Jesus Manuel Danciego. Kelly Duvall. Gabrielle Lynn Diaz. Madison Kate Diaz. Vanessa Jane Didib. Tai Kong Din. Rachel Heather Dobson. Caitlin M. Dodd. Michelle Donaldson. Eric Michael Duty. Maria A. Douglas. On Quinn Ung. Alyssa Donay Ikele. Autumn Marie Edwards. Saif El Adib. William Jamal Elmente. Elizabeth Eliscante. Crystal Escamilla. Sophia Marie Esico. Daniela Espinola. Edsel Martin Espinoza. Gentry I. Fanini. Kendrick Ferguson. Anne Extremura Fernandez. Angeline D. Flauta. Amber E. Fletcher. Anai Flores. Cindy Flores. Paola Flores. Rebecca Beatrice Flores. Priscilla Tornet Tony Forney. Elena Dawn Franklin. Corey D. Free. Patricia Lalani Jovan French. Jocelyn Mercedes Fulgencio. Cecilia R. Funes. Yudi Funes. Alexis Gayton. Andres Gallegos. Angela Marie Nzinza. Victoria Irene Gomez. Alyssa Michelle Garcia. Angela Marie Garcia. Christopher Page Garcia. Claudia Garcia. Kimberly Yvette Garcia. Luis Eduardo Garcia. Mario Alberto Garcia. Michael Panis Garcia. Sandra Garcia. Jacob Paul Garner. Krista Lynn Gary. Sierra Lynn Garrison. Linda Garza Rodriguez. Christopher Gaskin. Tiffany Irene Georges. Leon Gabin. Robin Lee Gibbons. Lacey Gilbert. Sherelle Monique Gilmore. Ebony Simone Glenn. Candace Marie Gomez. Jennifer Lilibeth Gomez. Melanie Diane Gomez. Sharon Gabriele Gomez. Nicholas Gonzalez. Abigail Gonzalez. Blanca Estela Gonzalez. Celeste Gonzalez. Estefany Gonzalez. Giovanni Jaime Gonzalez. Hydet Gonzalez. Jennifer Bridget Gonzalez. Jocelyn Gonzalez. Linda Milik Gonzalez. Victoria Selena Gonzalez. Isotis Marie Gonzalez. Mary Goodwin. Brandy Goodrow. Greer Grayson Jr. Shania Monette Grant. Deandra Gray. Sydney Green. Coleman Grinswick. Dalia Guadarrama. Amber N. Guerrero. Hero Guerrero. Jessica Ashley Guerrero. Rima Gold. Sophia Gold. Barry Guthrie. Alejandra Gutierrez. Alexander Gutierrez Jr. Amparo Gutierrez. Andrea Brianna Guzman. Stephanie Anel Guzman. Brittany Michelle Haynes. Ali Hassan Hawali. Jasmine Marie Haywood. Madeline Faith Hurd. Natalia Hector. Lindsay Hendricks. Abigail Hernandez. Diego Hernandez. Jacqueline Hernandez. Jennifer Hernandez. Daniel Hines. Alice Ann Holzen. Gia E. Ho. Dawn Marie Holdsworth. Linda Howell. Evelyn June Hoyle. Taylor Huff. Christopher Hunter. Stacia Tiana Hunter. Dong Tui Mi Hun. Gabriel Ianozelli. Liliana Elizabeth Ibarra Montoya. Diana Isidro. Daniel Alejandro Escudera. Darius Jackson. Latasha Jackson. David Jacobs. Alana Rochelle Jenkins. Angel M. Jenkins. Ariel Ray Harris. Stephanie Jimenez. Min Jong Jin. Anna Marie Johnson. Derek Jawan Johnson. Rodney C. Jarrett. Sierra N. Jolivet. Bria Kelsey Jordan. Lonnie Ray Jordan. Jane Elatelius Joseph. Andrew Jovel. Jessica Esmeralda Jovel. Monique Lacole Joyner. Sandeep Kaur. Alexis Kelly. Ty Kennard. Michael E. Kearns. Samantha Marie Kershaw. Saeed Khalid. Farah Kamash. Connor Kimbley. Christian King. Brittany Kennard. Roshanda Kinney. Cindy Kunkasam. Nathan Joseph Krakow. Serafini Nochezi Kwanki. Ayan Nayeli Baina. Jordan Michael Lane. Gabriela Lara. Yesenia Lara. Pete Lorosini. Mauricio Lazo. Vanessa Seri Lazo. Victor Alejandro Leal. Cynthia Ledesma. Doyon Lee. Devin Lika. Annabelle Leolim. Karima I. Lewis. Rosalinda Lenoris Rivas. Christina Marie Lincoln. Rebecca Maria Lorera. Anajeli Lopez Lopez. Carissa Marie Lopez. Claudia Lopez. Eileen Lopez. Edith Lozano. Vanessa Marie Luna. Robert Allen Ling II. Ethan Leon. Rebecca Muchaka. Jesus John McKean. Arshad Marhouf. Jovine Muddy. Magali Maldonado. Brian Gilberto Maradiega. Gabriel Arlena Marinez. Maisha Levette Marshall. Joseph Martin. Shaleswa Monique Martin. Carlos Arturo Martinez. Jesse Martinez. Jose Javier Martinez. Marisol Martinez. Sandra Leonela M. Yanez. Tina M. Mata. Charmaine Helen Matthews. Nathaniel Isaac Matz. Juliet Tupi McCarty. Jason McClelland. Kania McIntyre. Danielle Daisy McKnight. Sharon Marche McLemore. Amanda Christine Meadow. Dianelis Medreiros Hachaveria. Leslie Mejia. Stephanie Elizabeth Mejia. Karen Jasmine Melendez Fuentes. Carmen Michelle Melton. Elizabeth Mendez. Andrea Mendoza. Nevesha Desiree Menvi. Hector Gustavo Minjaru. Sarah Renee Murrow. Caitlin Olivia Miller. Derek Jamal Miller. Emmy Lizette Minima. Daniel Miranda. Mohammed Moawad. Deborah M. Mochogi. Karen Molier. Melissa Basti Mohanalo. Elora Malloy. Zunia Manservius. Jamila Niama Moore. Shanae Lynette Moore. Diana Morales. Ricardo Marino. Jennifer Marino. Taylor L. Mosley. Catherine Ashton Mundy. Courtney Bryant Murray. Mildred Nadine Murray. Musunada Muya. Lucero Elizabeth Nava. Shaniba Nazari. Paul Komal Dungo. Bilakia Santo Negron. Christina Nelson. Christian A. Nelson. Quinell Nelson. Brittany Wynn. Chi Wynn. David Van Wynn. Dawn T. Tai Wynn. Tin Wynn. Luis Nueves Gonzalez. Paul Preston Namdi. Alyssa Danielle O'Banion. Daniela Obregon. Frida Obose. Alejandro Ochoa. Drake Chiamaka Oguachafor. Traylon Noble John Oliver. Kevin Oliveira. Diana Onyango. Tiana Oriana. Jennifer Ortega. Diego Eduardo Ortiz Vigil. Carolyn Oti. Megan Grace Palmer. Sarah Elizabeth Park. Brandy Alessandra Parkman. Melissa Pedrado. Brandon Ray Parrish. Brianna Celeste Payne. Jennifer Lilibeth Paz Nunez. Martha Pereira del Toledo. Alexis Aaron Perez. Daisy Perez. Emilson Perez. Erica Nicole Perez. Odalis Ureli Perez Negron. Jennifer Perla. Astrid Vanessa Pettit Vega. James Peter Philippi. Brooke Pickens. David L. Pierce Jr. LaShawn Pierce. Barbara Yamaleth Pina. Aleda Pina. Jasmine Pinto. Chrissy Marie Petrie. Devin John Picciarelli. Camila Pombo Perez. Thelia Cabrado Catalan. Lorena Quintana. Medea Concepcion Quintanilla. Amanda Marie Rackle. Rosemary Estrada Ramirez. Maricruz Selena Ramirez Nino. Anthony Louis Ramos. Victoria Paige Ramsden. Ludane Raymond. Sammy Ibrahim Raymond. Melanie Rentiera. Irene Reyes. Jonathan Javier Reyes. Nancy Reyna. Quinita Hava Rea. Julie Ann Reinhardt. Sheena Nicole Riley. Emily Itzel Rios. Martha Cecilia Rios. Kelsey Rivas. Laura Stefania Rivas. Jocelyn Riveras. Martin Rivera. Faith Leah Rivers. Casey Jane Roberts. Shauna Grace Roby. Amber Nicole Rodriguez. Anna Christina Rodriguez. Catherine Olivia Rodriguez. Christian Rodriguez. Edgar Christian Rodriguez. Elisa Rodriguez. Genesis C. Rodriguez Aviles. Marizela Rodriguez. Sarah K. Rodriguez. Tiffany Nicole Rodriguez. Victoria Janelle Rodriguez. Rindy Joanna Rogers. Razel Ross Stracoli. Samuel Antonio Romero. Hugo Alexi Rosales Corneo. Mitchell Rosas. Haley Nicole Rowland. Angel Ruiz. Damian Ruiz. Maria Ruiz. Sarah Lucia Rosso. Sherry Sanz. Yasmin Science. Sarah Lee Solis. Anna L. Salazar Uribe. Melissa Salazar Torres. Andreas Salinas. Ariel Henry Sandoval. Raymond Santana. Juanita Victoria Santabenez. Taylor Robin Savage. Abigail Schweig. Katera Celine Scott. Chris Michael Scott. Monicia Deseri Sears. Claudia Serrano Chavez. Veronica Jeanette Sorato. Miriam Sadid. Kaylin Deanne Shepard. Mariella Lynn Silva. Victoria Renee Silva. Janae Simmons. Carrie R. Smith. Destiny Sherelle Smith. Jasmine L. Smith. Leslie Sorzano. Brandy Soriano. Gaspar Tiznato. Christina Steiner. Jordan Ashley Morgana Storr. Sydney Sotel. Ashley Nicole Swearingen. Marianne Tahir. Jonathan Sianjun Chan. Elia Lamara Aleo. Alistair Colby Taquino. Clarissa Angelica Talista Teodora. Matthew John Terry. Alicia Denise Thomas. Chastity L. Thomas. Eric Thompson. Latanya Thompson. Lisa Tipez. Stephanie Ali Tony. Maria Isabel Torres Yuzmi. Adriana Christine Torres. Jonathan Roger Torres. Christina Foon Tron. Lynn Tron. Soledad Tron. Kira Zing. Cameron Michael Troll. Jenny Trong. Tree Trong. Michelle Tucker. Clifton LaShawn Turner. Adaze Ozane Favor Ubaja. Erica Orutia. Jasmine Kelsey Uzozi. Crystal Ballesteros. Tessa Justine Van Hovelen. Tristan Hunter Vandervet Westcott. Deborah Vargas. Maria Magdalena Vasquez. Eduardo Vasquez. Veronica Vasquez. Jose Eleazar Velasquez. Kristen J. Victorian. Marvin Vu. Victor Villegas Rojas. Elmer Villa. Ernesto E. Villa. Victoria Villacorta. Beatriz Villafana. Nicholas Richard Christian Villalobos. Brittany Nicole Villalobos. Glenna Villamil. Donna Lynn Washington. Kayla Monet Washington. Ashley Lachey Watkins. Jada White. Taylor White. Andrea Wilder. Avion Dever Williams. Kendall Alexis Williams. Nikki Williams Debrell. Christopher Allen Williamson. Mary Catherine Williford. Karen Elizabeth Wilson. Molly Wilson. Dorothy Wood. Pamela Woodruff. Austin Woodward. Andrea K. Ryder. Rana Yukub. Maria Guadalupe Yanis. Ricardo Ibanez. Gerardo Antonio Yee. Francis Zabanga. Bushra Zaman. Michelle Zaragoza Castillo. Alexis Izul Zarate. Julissa Zavala.
this time, we will confer the General Education Development Certificates. Chairman Smith, please join me at the lectern so that you can confer the General Education Development Certificates. Will the candidates for the General Education Development Certificates please rise? Chairman Smith, as the president of Lone Star College Cyfair, I am pleased to present to you and the members of the Board of Trustees candidates who have completed the course requirements and been certified in the state of Texas by GED Testing Service as passing the high school equivalency examination. These candidates are eligible to be conferred said certificate.
Thank you and congratulations. As the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Lone Star College System, I now confer upon each of you as having met the requirement for the General Education Development Program and exam with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. GED candidates, please come forward and receive your certificates.
Rashad Mohammed Solomon Asari. Alfredo Ariza. Victoria Espinosa. Victoria Floyd Perez. Alexandra Griffin. Cameron Henderson Stewart. Madison Chanel Johnson. Sarah Laura Sid. Marade Mejia. Gabby Morris. Catherine Murphy Nichols. Gloria Nohimi Pebon. Pedro Ramirez. Isaac R. Rivera. Richard Roca. Justin Vera. Shelley Voss. Alyssa Wallace.
All graduates, please stand. You may now adjust your tassels to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the Lone Star College Cyfair class of 2018 graduates. You may be seated. For all of us, our achievements have not been earned independently or in isolation. Therefore, it is fitting that we acknowledge with sincere appreciation the family members, friends, and loved ones who have contributed towards the successes of our graduates. Will you all please stand and be recognized? And now, graduates, please take a moment to stand, turn to the back of the auditorium, and show your appreciation for your distinguished professors whose dedication to teaching and learning made it possible for you to be honored here today. Graduates, on behalf of everyone here at Lone Star College Cyfair, congratulations again. We hope that you will look back on your experience here with fond memories. And as you continue on your journey toward realizing your full potential, we wish you all the best. Before we conclude, I would like to take a moment to thank the commencement committee members, staff volunteers, and all other employees and individuals who work to help make today's commencement celebration a special day for you, our graduates. Let's give them a round of applause. I now invite Rebecca Royer to the lectern, who will share reception details and begin the commencement recessional. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the 2018 graduates of Lone Star College Cyfair. You are all invited to join us for a reception for our graduates just across the street, that way, at Lone Star College Cyfair in our College Center. Refreshments will be served. As we begin our commencement recessional, I respectfully ask that all guests remain seated until all of our platform guests, faculty, and graduates have left the auditorium. Platform guests, please rise as we begin the recessional.